road doing? Hey Jeffrey, dude, how's it going? So, I don't know if I'm the first guy going right now. Hey, Melly. Hey, guys. Hey, morning, D. Where is Ottawa Freelance? Well, I'm not even close to Parliament. I'm just walking in with you guys.
That's closer, you're right.
Hey, Melly, where are those bikes? Yeah, I heard someone's watching the bikes roll in. Does anyone know where that is? Where are the bikes rolling in? Well, I can't really check his stream because I'm streaming. Okay, so I'm just headed over to Parliament.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. Well, good thing I have no idea where that is, but I'll figure that out. How's everyone's day going so far? Yeah, I'm looking for it too. Is this in the St. Laurent Mall's that way, right? Am I going the right way? Anyone that lives in Ottawa? Remember that girl in the crocodile boots? She was really pretty. Okay, keep going. Oh, we hear him. Okay, so I go to Rideau Center. Okay, thanks, guys. It's kind of weird being here with no trucks. Last time I was here, I had a girlfriend. But yeah, life changes. Hey, how are you?
Good.
Oh, there's something going on here. Hey, how are you?
About yourself?
Pretty good. Is that like transmitter or just the battery?
What's that? Oh, that's just my dad.
Oh, cool. No, I find my data. Like you're streaming, right?
So remember that clip that I sent?
I'll have to ask you later what that is.
Next to the tower, just like your cell phone does. The only difference is price for data. Right? I've got 6 gig of data on my phone.
Yeah.
I've got 200 gig of data on that thing.
Oh, cool. I've got 50 on here, but
No, 50. How does that work? That's
that's not bad. Well, when I was here in February, I had like 20, and then so I was streaming every day, so I flew over that, and I just kept buying speed passes, and my bill was like $700.
Yeah, I bet. Well, you might want to check that out if this is going to be your thing. If you were looking for mobile mobile internet.
Yeah, I will. No, thanks,
Because
man.
it's a heck of a lot cheaper.
What's your channel?
Canadian Free Living.
Oh, cool.
Hey, that gimbal you got there, is that the newest version?
I think so. It's the Mimo?
Yeah, that looks like a really much more heavier duty one than mine.
Oh, it's about the same. You don't mind if I...
It just, I don't know, it looks like you've got a better grip on it. I like it.
I don't know, it's just slightly newer.
Oh, is that?
Yeah, probably. I got it like this year.
So did I. It's just a different model, I guess.
I guess, well, yeah. And then I think yeah, it's interesting how that works. So. Well, it looks about the same, all the same buttons, but
just the grip. I think the grip looks different. And the whole neck is bigger and stronger looking. Just my 2 cents. And it seems to roll smoother too.
I guess,
What's
but
the name brand? Is that the same gimbal?
yeah, it's Osmo Mimo, and the app is Mimo. It's probably, I don't know, maybe that's like a knockoff.
Different model. It looks like it works well.
Were you here yesterday? Was it packed? Or?
So I actually streamed from the bike rally from Windsor to Ottawa, the whole roll, driving down the road.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it was an 11-hour stream.
Does Windsor feel like Canada? I don't know, because it's so
not
south.
from Windsor. It took me 2 hours to drive to Windsor.
Oh, where are you from?
London.
Okay. See, I don't know much about Ontario. I wish you get a little more informed.
Not
I grew up in Manitoba, then moved to Montreal, so I've driven through Ontario a lot. But
Yeah, it was a great experience riding up 100 bikes at least.
and they can't come here though, 'cause it's all.
No, apparently they're only going to let them come to the second intersection down, and then they got to turn. They're going to do that between 11 and 12.
Yeah, that's weird. I guess they don't want people parking like last time.
Well, you know, that's the big deal, right? Last night, I guess yesterday, a couple vehicles got parked over there, and did you see that?
I was watching Ottawa's stream, yeah, and they had like they were all in their Spartan formation already.
Oh yeah.
The cops, and they like I think they towed them, or I don't know what
Yeah,
happened.
they got him out of there. And one gentleman got his ass kicked. One gentleman went to the other side of the line and got to visit the ambulance.
Oh shit.
That I witnessed, anyways.
Yeah. No, what I meant, like Windsor's like probably it's the most southern city, right?
Yeah. Well, technically no, but technically yes, I guess. If you want to call it a city. There's a couple smaller cities that are actually more south. But yeah, okay. It's our most southern major population. How about we say that?
And it's pretty close to Ohio, right?
Detroit, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like it touches Detroit, like it's across the river,
Across
right?
the river, right?
Yeah.
But no, so I wouldn't be able to say what it's like there. And you know what? I wouldn't even be able to tell you because I don't know what U.S. is like.
Yeah.
So, you know, they don't like my kind over in U.S.
What's your kind?
When I was a teenager, I was a bad boy.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah.
30 years later, our government recognizes I'm a good boy now, but
Not them.
unfortunately, the U.S. government, they don't want me to come down there and spend my money.
Oh shit. Well, that's unfortunate. I'm
We're
gonna.
getting quite a few more people here.
Yeah. Yeah. Even since I've just been standing here with you.
Almost 150 maybe?
Yeah, and it's what time is it?
Can I see your, are you streaming now?
Yeah.
Let me see what, oh no, you're just using YouTube?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I thought for some reason you were using a streaming software.
I was thinking about because I got striked, so and then I was almost using a software for my backup channel. So my backup channel doesn't have 1,000 subscribers, so then you have to use like a desktop converter or whatever.
Yeah, I tried Streamlabs,
I think that was it. Yeah.
and
You can control
I like
like
its features, but for some reason there was a small little dark overlay in the center,
oh, I don't know why. I think you maybe have to pay to get rid of that.
and I paid.
Oh,
I
really?
gave him $28, thinking maybe that I needed to pay to get rid of it. But it was just a bug, I guess, with the iPhone 13.
You can control how much like you're like streaming. Like you can go to 720, so I guess that saves data instead of 1080 all the time. But I'm gonna take a walk around, but I'll be right back.
All right, cheers, man. Have a good day.
Yeah.
People don't understand the power of John Coltrane. It is scientific fact. You got to bring in the experts, and this guy's a fucking expert.
Experts say.
It's like the guy's talking about work together. It's in all of our hearts, man. That's why we're out here. You gotta talk the right.
Hey.
She had this idea of a fundraiser, right? She's like, oh, it was our idea. I'm like, it wasn't my idea at all. You literally talked for 2 hours, and I said, that's a great idea, but $100, right? Yeah, you built it, that's right. Oh, yeah, he's a dragon like myself. That's exactly what they infiltrate. Yeah. Right? Yeah. There's no questions. He actually started, right? It's like he's still going
Okay, let's go for a walk. I believe something here starts at 10. It is 9:10 right now. So, got 50 or so more minutes. 1 second, guys. Yeah, honestly wish I was hanging out with my ex-girlfriend right now. Anyways. Morning. Okay, we're gonna go back there for 10. Alright, I'll go back there probably sooner. Hey.
I do know how you do your job, that's the problem.
Hey man, you're doing a good job. I don't even know who you work for. Keep it up.
Sorry?
I said you're doing a good job. I don't even know who you work for, but keep it up.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Like, I know.
Who do you work for? Yeah. Yeah. Man, just keep it up, man. Something happening here. Boy, how this all feels a lot different than the last time I was here. You know what? I've never. I think we got time. What time is it? We got time. I'm gonna walk around. Oh wow, there's a Tim's right here. I didn't even notice that. There's a Tim's right across the street too. Hey. Jeez, it's been 2 months since me and my ex broke up. It's one of those things where it's like, oh, last time we went to GameStop, it was with her. You know? Anyway. Anyways, yeah. Oh, the game I bought her for her Switch or whatever the hell it's called. She's playing that now with her new guy, which is great, but whatever. At least they're having fun. I mean, yeah, no, I don't care. Okay, I'm gonna go back outside. I just wanted to come into the mall real quick. Woo! Just a sec. I'm gonna keep walking. I'm just gonna go up and down those escalators, then I'm gonna go outside. And knowing my luck, since I came inside for a sec, I bet you Beyonce showed up and did a concert and handed everyone out $1,000. This reminds me of the mall, Polo Park Mall in Winnipeg. I don't know why. Howdy. Go out this way. Okay. I think we got one more down. I have no idea what Colt said. How do I leave? One second. Let's see if there's more people there. Well, I think it's like counter protesters. Oh, sorry, man.
Have your stuff out of the basement in order for a new guy to move in.
Mind if I pet your dog?
On her wrist.
I'm sorry, man. Oh, you nice doggy. Oh, look at doggies. Look at doggies. Look at all these silly people.
We are home! We are home!
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, your dogs.
We live here! We do live here! These guys are insane. Thanks for your work, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I just walk around and fool around, but yeah.
You seen Leo last night?
No, last time I saw him, it was in February.
They're over there on the other side of the screen. They're right next to
So,
I love to see your generation here. I love it.
boom, boom. A lot of nice dogs here.
All we're doing is fighting for our basic human rights. I'm not sure why you want to protest that.
Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am. Okay. Are you a veteran? So if she's not a veteran, that's stolen valor, but maybe she is one. I don't know. I don't know how they say there's hate here. I don't see.
Did they pay you to stand there? Yeah, hide your face. Hide your face. We're proud to show ours.
That's the only way to wear a mask, man. It's going to save you.
Hey, sir. Are there stolen valor laws in Canada?
Pardon me?
Are there stolen valor laws in Canada?
Yes, there is.
Okay, because I asked
Yes, there
her,
is.
that lady, I said, are you a veteran? Because she says veteran for, so that I would say that's claiming to be a
No,
veteran.
she has to be wearing bling flash. She has to be wearing something.
Oh, okay.
Guys, we're trying to get this
like this.
negative narrative from us.
This here
Let's ignore it.
would get
Let's
you
everybody
hung.
go in and ignore these guys. Come on.
And this here?
Go. It's not even worth it.
Okay, sorry. Can you go again? So, like, someone could just have a sign claiming to be veterans? Or? you need to have a.
Yeah, there
Can you
is.
explain some of your patches?
Actually, stolen valor is under the Criminal Code of Canada, section 419.
Yeah.
Look it up.
Okay.
Um,
But I
it
see
says-
signs over there saying veterans for this and that. So like.
I can't read that sign. Let me go read it.
Okay, it says veterans for.
See how they have this line? I'm not here.
Let's keep it over there.
I know, take your first down. So let's see what we hear. These guys are losers.
So, I can almost guarantee that that lady's not a veteran. Oh, sorry.
We have our own event to attend to.
Welcome! Welcome to Ottawa! Thank you for coming! Welcome!
So now she's famous. Well, at least her voice
Welcome!
is.
You gotta carry someone.
Yeah.
Welcome! Thank you for coming! Welcome! Welcome to Ottawa!
He's still Carmen.
He's still got his cameras up. Security cameras catch everything we do.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, so the last summer
sorry,
he was
man.
going around the streets with the great big broadside that he bought.
Oh, I heard it. He was telling us about his story. I saw him at
Sorry, man.
that bar that he always does.
Hi. Do you guys mind if I? I'm just independent. Do you mind if I stand
I want to
here?
know who that guy's with.
Okay.
At all.
Okay, just want to thank everyone for coming. So the ceremony is going to start at 10 o'clock. Okay, we just wanted to get in the vets here, just a bit of an old group for us. And so it's still about 15 to 20 minutes before we get started. And just want to let you know you can still get out and do your thing and buy some of our merchandise if there's any left. And then, yeah, our recommendation for you is just the counter protest. They have a right to be here, but don't give them the attention, okay? Because that's what they want. They want to get out here. They want to get reactions from us. And just, yeah, don't lower yourselves to their level, okay? So that's our recommendation. So we're going to start with the national anthem at about 10, and then we'll get the whole ceremony underway. Thank you.
Thanks for asking.
Yeah, that's right. Sorry, just some housekeeping points. When we get started, if you could just put your phones on silent, that would be much appreciated. And if we can just keep the steps and everything here clear, so that everyone can hear us and not everyone's going to get around and start to block some of that. So thank you very much. About 15 minutes.
In hindsight, too.
I live in the town. I'm a local doctor. Veterans are in my family. You know, I'm a brother, my three cousins. Like I said, my best friend. So I know a few things. This is why we're able to stand here, because of this monument that was built for them. I remember you guys. I get you don't like us, but to be here,
How's it going?
Yeah.
I wonder if that guy would come to the Valor right there.
I don't even have to but because I showed them respect, they showed respect back to me. And that's freaking beautiful. That made my whole, that made, that, this was my country.
Thank you. Are you going to talk now?
You don't mind if I'm here, right?
No,
Okay,
no,
great.
no,
Thanks.
no, not. Who's this guy? We got a problem.
You're doing right. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks good.
Okay.
I love you from 92 bottom, and then you walk up. I see a table down there. Oh yeah.
Oh, Don, thanks you.
Oh, hey Lee, how's it going? That's Lee. Hey everybody, that's Lee. He's a lefty for sure. And they make fun of us, but it's kind of funny stuff. Sorry. Okay.
Hey. Ah. I don't know who that is.
And the lady's like, all over you. She's like, yeah. And they're like, and what's that?
Walk with me and smoke. Hey, good to see you, brother.
Well, I had to go that way to turn around.
Oh, you did it?
Yeah, so I was like, I went like along. Oh yeah, well, yeah. I guess I could have done like a I'm just gonna drive down and feel around right. That way, get back.
I think they're filming there.
Hey, miss. Excuse me, miss. I had a question. What's the rule with like stolen valor? Because I'm not a veteran, but I just saw some people over there. They had signs saying "veterans" for you guys to leave or whatever. And so I was just asking, like, are you guys veterans? Like, so if I had a sign saying I'm a veteran, is that stolen valor?
If you do, yeah.
Yeah, because there was people over.
No, there might be. They might be veterans.
Okay.
We don't represent all veterans.
Okay, yeah.
Not all veterans agree with
Yeah,
us,
of course.
right? So.
But I was just wondering because it was like someone my age, and
Yeah.
I guess there are
There
veterans.
was one guy like a corporal, but it is what
Okay.
it is.
Yeah,
right?
okay. I was
They're
just wondering.
definitely not all with us. 100%.
Okay.
Yep.
And we're not here today to find
Yeah. Who
you know,
is and who isn't.
Yeah.
And that makes sense. Sorry, I was just wondering because.
I don't like to get involved in that,
That makes
because
sense.
it sometimes, unfortunately, they go after. They're very misguided and they really harm good guys.
The people
There
that
is-
do stolen valor? Or?
Well, that go hunt down stolen valor people, you know, who pretend they're veterans. But some of them, they cause issues with people who they really are veterans, but they think that they're not and go
Okay,
after
yeah.
them anyway.
I'm not. No, I was just thinking that because it was like 8 years ago, that guy who like got caught because he had like a beard or something and it wasn't cut the right way. That was here. Anyway, so no, thanks for letting me be here. How's your day going?
I had veterans come in my bedroom yelling for me to get up.
Oh, cool.
So it was awesome.
Oh, cool. Look at that. Did you guys find out who that guy was, or where he just kept saying foreign media, right?
Yeah, he couldn't produce a card or nothing, so, you know, I don't know what his deal is.
And then he said CTV or CCTV, and
Yeah, so.
that's a very vague thing, foreign media. I mean, I'm from Montreal, so I guess that can be foreign media. Anyways, no, thank you so much. Hey, did you come all the way from Alberta?
I did.
Oh, I'm from Winnipeg. Look at that.
Oh, yeah?
You
Nice.
came a little. Well, I live in Montreal now, but yeah.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, no, it's cool seeing a lot of prairie dudes over here. Do you
It
guys
is.
consider yourself prairies?
Yeah.
Half the people I talk to, they're like, oh, we're kind of mountains.
We got some mountains too. West
Yeah,
west
yeah,
side.
little sliver of mountain.
We
You're
got a little bit of
"Oh,
everything
we're
out there.
basically just Vancouver, so yeah, no, you're not.
Yeah.
No, but it's funny because I moved to Quebec and everyone think I'm from Alberta. I don't know, in the same vibe, I guess.
Yeah.
No one asks Saskatchewan. It's not like
So boring out there.
yeah, like Manitoba. I don't know what Manitoba has on it, but I just know we're slightly better than them.
Yeah.
It goes Alberta, Manitoba, Saskatchewan.
Yeah. Saskatchewan's pretty boring out there.
Big old. Yeah, they had.
Hi, Jeremy.
Sorry.
Good to see you again. Still here, are you?
Still here.
Yep. Now we were up.
93 days.
I know.
Okay, we're just going to get started here in about 5 minutes. So if we get all the veterans to form up right here, and if the civilians,
We were up at the hill last night, and there's a lot of people there.
the
Lots
steps,
from Ottawa.
and
We
just off to the
went-
side, that'd be much
Compared
appreciated.
to back
Thank you.
in March.
Yeah.
You guys were up there.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm glad to see you. It's good to see
Yeah.
you.
Well, we were up there last night. We were supposed to do our march, but
Well, we got down here with everything going on. We got here, Ottawa to the hotel later, and we kind of wonder where you guys went. We
Yeah.
walked down there, and then the police and everything.
yeah, it was.
We had supper,
We
but-
literally marched from the hill down there. The bikes were there, the trucks were there, the crowd just went in.
My name is Mac. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Mac?
Yeah.
Oh.
Are you from Ottawa? Or?
No, actually, I'm from just north of London, Ontario.
Okay, I know nothing about Ontario. I grew up in Manitoba.
Oh,
I moved
yeah?
to Quebec. I've driven through Ontario a couple times.
There you go.
Yeah, 7 times. Big long drive, but yeah. But are you a veteran or?
No. Just a supporter.
Yeah.
My wife and stepdaughter were up here during the
Me too. That was the
convoy.
Yeah, that was
I was up one weekend as well, and then so we were up here early March and met Jeremy and the bunch from Alberta and did a few things with them. during
So
the
he's
week.
been here the whole time.
The whole time.
Just what, like hanging around or?
Oh no! Every week they're doing something. The week we came up, we didn't expect it. Then we seen them post something.
Okay.
So on the Wednesday, we went on a convoy through Ottawa.
Okay.
So then Thursday was the food drive. Saturday there was the gathering on the hill. So no, every weekend he was doing something.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
cameras everywhere.
So just gonna,
I'm just gonna pop
say
back
one
over
more
that.
Sorry, I'm
point.
just gonna go back.
Is, I know everyone's passionate about what you're doing, and but there's a lot of the F Trudeau flags and shirts and that sort of thing. If you guys can maybe just put that away, that's for freedom. The way we're moving forward, we're gonna try and put an end to that sort of stuff because we want to be an example for our young people, and having that on their flags and their shirts is not the way we're gonna be moving forward. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming. I'd like to introduce Scarlett Grace. Scarlett, are you close? Where's our little Scarlett? She'd like to sing the national anthem for you and bring it us all together. Here she comes. Here she comes.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, through patriot love, in all our sons' command, car ton bras s'est porté l'épée, il s'est porté la croix. Ton histoire est une épopée des plus brillants exploits. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce you to the host of this morning, Mr. Neil, who said a thing, and here we all are. Thank you for coming.
Boys in the straight.
Not bad for Superhead.
Anyway, I'm not going to have this. She's going to work. Apparently I said a thing. I said a thing, and here we are today. The bikes are coming, and we're going to take back this monument. And to all the people here in Ottawa, I'd like to thank you that came, to all the bikes that have come, and this goes out to Canada. We have not forgotten, have we? It's been a bumpy ride. I know I said something silly on the, and next thing you know, we're here. And I'm actually being, I'm at a loss for words. Me. So anyways, the bikes will be rolling by. Unfortunately, we can't make it around the cenotaph, which has been great, but it is what it is. And we're gonna have some speakers. And I think the first person I'm gonna call up is Jake. Jake, come on up. Not gonna give out any names, but just tell us what happened and how you feel.
How's everybody doing today? I'd like to reiterate what Neil said. Can't, I won't say I'm lost for words, that'd be a bold-faced lie. But thank you, everybody, coming out. Big shout out to Marianne, my personal hero. Used to walk down every day from Bank Street. Got me some alpaca wool socks, so my toes didn't freeze. Love you, Marianne. So we got here, the fence was up, we started shoveling snow, chipping ice, you know, looking after this place like it should be looked after, right? And they like to talk about desecration of the tomb. Well, I'd like to ask where the honor guard is. Right? Why have I had 100 Ottawa residents tell me that this tomb never looked so good when we were here? So the conversations I had at this tomb in that span of the 2 or 3 weeks we were here was the greatest pleasure of my life. The men and women standing here, they came to talk to me and told me their stories. Thanks to every one of you. It filled my heart back up. Right? I was lost and alone like the rest of us, wondering what to do. I'd like to take a moment here to read a postcard I was given. Excuse me. Standing on the other steps of the tomb here by a mom. So bear with me. Dear fellow patriot, we don't know who you are, where you're from, but we are so thankful you have taken the time to stand up for the freedom and what is right. It is quite emotional to see how you have been able to unify a country in such a few days. After 2 years of living through these crazy mandates, so much has changed. Unfortunately, friends have cut ties, and some family have put distance between us, as there seems to be a belief that disagreeing in subjects means you can no longer get along. These past few days, excuse me, because of your efforts, we have seen we are not on our own. Last spring, we welcomed our first child and this year we are expecting number 2. Our daughter has not known life outside of mandates and lockdowns. Thank you for standing up for her and our unborn child, that they might have a choice in how they wish to live. Thank you for standing up for their future, as we know nothing can prosper without God's blessing, and we will continue to hold you and what you are doing in our prayers before this throne. God bless. This is the reason why we stand here, ladies and gentlemen, for hope and belief that things can be right in this world again. Thank you again. In the absence of light, darkness prevails.
All right, Neil. We've got up another speaker. I think we're behaving impeccably.
Yep.
Right? Despite you haven't said another thing, and you are going to be gagged by the end of this day. You're not going to say another thing.
No, I won't. Day's not over. Okay, I made a video the other day about veterans giving freedom to Canadians. I was wrong. God gives us freedom. Veterans are the ones that make sure you keep it. So free speech in this country must continue. Because if we don't have free speech, we don't have a dialogue. And if I can't talk to somebody I don't like and get their point of view, or give them my point of view, society ends. It ends. Another thing about freedom. It's like a clock. I don't know if you've seen me say this one, right? Freedom is like a clock that ticks backwards. It ticks backwards from freedom to slavery. And every time sacrifices their life, this monument takes that receipt, cashes that check, and turns it into time. And it pushes that clock of freedom forward. Right now our clock is ticking back real quick. So it doesn't have to be the death of somebody. It just has to be a sacrifice. Today, you are here sacrificing your time. This monument is turning that into time.
Yes.
There's going to be people that won't want to sacrifice. Truckers sacrificed. These men sacrificed. These people came here and sacrificed. They spent money to come here. They sacrificed. This is the sort of sacrifice we're asking for as well. Because Canadians have to sacrifice to keep our freedom. They have to, because this is our generation. The greatest generation, they went to France. They fought in the South Pacific, Battle of Britain. They sacrificed with their lives. But nowadays, we have to sacrifice in a different way. We are now having to deal with an information war. Plain and simple. So, this was... So if there's any mainstream media out there, don't care, right now, I'm not talking to them, I'm talking about them. If there's any mainstream media out there, you need to start telling the truth. I know you get a lot of money from the government, we all know that, right? And even you know it. But when you see a bouncy castle with a child running and playing on it, and you turn them into terrorists, it's wrong. When you see people hugging each other, and loving each other, and getting along, you gotta tell the truth. I've not talked to any one of you mainstream media here because I don't trust you. And people here don't want to talk to you because they don't trust you. You need to get the trust of the Canadian people. Hey, Chris, you around? Chris. All right, buddy. You might know this gentleman. He made big news.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Chris, thanks. By the way, Chris will be laying the wreath. He will be taking back this monument for all Canadians and all veterans. And I know I don't speak for all veterans, but I'm speaking for the men that were here. It's all for Chris.
There we go. Put my glass off so I can see you. First, I would like to extend a huge thank you to Neil and his team for organizing this and allowing me to speak. I would also like to thank you all for being here today and taking part in this wreath-laying ceremony. This will allow us to give back the dignity to our fallen that was unfairly taken away from us. Yes. And not just the veterans, but all Canadians deserve access to be able to pay their proper respects whenever they are able to and so choose. Yes. The National War Memorial is a cenotaph symbolizing the sacrifice of all Canadian Armed Forces personnel who have served Canada in wartime in the cause of peace and freedom, past, present, and future. Yes. I would also like to add that seeing the size of the crowd here today, even with the many attempts to deter us at the last minute, is overwhelming. Thank you all. All of you are here today to help restore and give back peace to this memorial. You are all true patriotic Canadians, and I love all of you. When we all look back at these times, you will all know where you stood. And as veterans, we stand with you. It is important as Canadians that we remember those who have fought and been injured or killed for our freedoms that we enjoy today. I would like to take the opportunity, I would love to take the opportunity to honor my brothers that never made it home. This is not to take away from the fallen in the past, but to allow me my chance to honor them in a way that I never could. Starting with our crew commander, Corporal Thomas Hamilton. Rear Central X-ray hatch, Private John Kerwin. And lab driver, Private Justin Jones. Thank you for allowing me to do that. I have been worried the past 2 years. I have been scared. I've cried, felt hopeless. The feeling of our future is slipping away day by day. I didn't like what I was seeing. Families pitted against each other, neighbors against neighbors, husbands against wives, friends no longer speaking, suicides, overdoses, spousal abuse, child abuse. It doesn't end. The hurt we are feeling is profound. The division we are experiencing is a coordinated attack on all of us. And the pain we all feel for our country, for our kids, and for humanity is palpable. The convoy in Ottawa was a glimmer of hope and a chance to heal after 2 years of nonsensical dictating coming from our government and spouted out from the media. The organizations that we once trusted have been corrupted. We have been bombarded with lockdowns, physical distancing measures, and other protocols that just don't work. Yet they say, follow the science. The Canadian people deserve their government to be transparent with them. I was there in Ottawa, along with many of you. I was there with my veteran family to support the front lines of what was deemed a peaceful, lawful protest by a judge. It was not unlawful like the media would like to tell you. Why else would veterans and the Canadian people stay in the streets of Ottawa during the coldest month of the year? The people wanted the government to come and listen to their concerns. And did they? No! What did they do? The government, police, and other officials used exceptional powers to assault their law-abiding, peaceful citizens into submission. I would know. I was one of them. On February 18th, I stood with our people to protect what was a loving, peaceful, lawful protest.
That's right.
On February 18th, I displayed my sacrifice medal to all the officers in which I and only 1,000 Canadians have earned.
Thank you.
On February 18th, I talked to police officers to explain who we were, why we were there, and what we were doing. And on February 18th, around 12:45, I was dragged down, kicked in my back, kneed in my side, punched in my face multiple times while my hands were up. My hands were zip tied behind my back, and I was treated like a criminal. I was held in a processing line for 2 hours with my hands tied behind my back in minus 20-degree weather. I had chronic pain. I was not allowed to kneel. I was not allowed to sit, and I was denied my medication in order to comfort my duress. Afterwards, myself and the other peaceful citizens were thrown out of the city like garbage and told not to return to our nation's capital. And that's why I had to be in Ottawa that day. I sacrificed my broken body to awaken the veteran community and Canadians alike. The Canadian people need to know that if the state is willing to do this to an injured, law-abiding veteran, then it won't matter who you are.
That's right.
We need to come together and bring only peace. And this is where Veterans for Freedom arises. There is a movement called V4F, which stands for Veterans for Freedom. It is a grassroots movement comprised of Canadian Armed Forces veterans who are mobilizing a nationwide movement of peaceful, lawful, civic action. We join our brothers and sisters across this country to restore fundamental freedoms for all Canadians and to honor our fallen who made the ultimate sacrifice. We need members. We need them now. We're growing at a rapid pace. If you or anyone you know has served your country but feel like you have more to give, please email us today at veterans4freedom.ca. Wherever evil is lurking, peace is always there to follow. Be well and thank you. Ladies and gentlemen,
all these amazing organizations were born from the February weekend. Veterans for Freedom, Freedom Fighters Canada. There's freedom groups popping up all over the country, impossible to track, right? We are everywhere. We'd like to bring up Thomas. He has been an essential part of our team, essential part of Veterans for Freedom. He's provided me even with my own private security detail when I get panicky about the anti-hate groups. He's got my back. Ladies and gentlemen, Tom.
How we doing, Ottawa? We made it. We made it. I want to say thank you so much for coming. Thank you, and you know, Neil touched on respect and trust, and that's what we're here today, to return the respect of this memorial. And that is something that's earned. That's not something that's given. Every single one of you out here today are the fighters. You guys are all lions. And it's our job to wake up the rest of the world and turn them into lions. How many of you were here for the trucker convoy? Raise your hand. That's amazing. You know what else is amazing? That there were others that didn't put up their hands, and they're here now. Sorry, one second. Love you, brother. Thank you. If there's one thing I can say, is I am so honored to be surrounded by family. I couldn't thank you enough. And standing out here and looking at all of your beautiful faces. With no mask. Yeah. It gives me the energy to keep going, and it gives me the courage to keep fighting. I love every one of you, and I can't wait to get to talk to you and experience the rest of this beautiful day with you. When we move forward into the future and we look back at today, we were the ones that did it. We were here. Who cares how they write this story? We know. It doesn't matter how it's told, but we were here and we're doing the right thing. Amen. Yes. We're on the right side of history, guys. Yes. I just want to say thank you again for being here. Let us restore this respect and memorial. To me, this memorial is the definition of freedom in our country. If it wasn't for those people who paid that ultimate sacrifice, we probably wouldn't even have the opportunity to be here today. And so that being said, let's continue to move forward, shoulder to shoulder, united and together. Thank you, and I love you all.
I wish I had a beard like that. You know, these guys with beards, I wonder why. You know, they made us shave all the time. No, the first few days kind of itchy, but it's all good. Anyway. What was the best part about being Canadian? Absolutely. Do you know why? Because this country was known as a multicultural culture. We loved everybody. We still do. And the people around the world for years and years and years. Canada was the #1 country everybody wants to come to. Okay, people say they want to go to the United States, yeah, but they kind of look at the States and go, yeah, we'll go to the nice neighbors upstairs. Yeah, but don't take our beer because we really get upset. So yeah, being a multicultural city, multicultural country, means that we love everybody. Black, white, pink, green, gay, straight, doesn't matter. We all love each other, right? Exactly. That is what Canadians are all about. They love each other. And that was all shown in February, right?
Yep.
So right now, I'm not going to get into politics. I promised I won't say a thing, okay? Yeah, I know. But there's something wrong with our country. There's something seriously wrong.
Yeah.
Something very wrong. Something to do with fear.
Yep.
Something to do with fearing everybody, fearing anything. Look outside, it's fear, 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 which has been rammed down our throats for the last 2-3 years.
Yes.
Right? But it's okay. Fear is just an emotion. That's all you need to do. It's just an emotion. Just suck it up. Don't be afraid. So the people out there that are fearful, take a good look at yourself. Look around. Not everybody's afraid. Right? Not everybody's afraid. It's been pushed into you. It's been programmed into you. I don't know if anybody saw me do that little. I was out on Bank Street and I had a bit of a wobble fit, and it was like I was screaming at everybody like, "This is what's wrong with our country," and I held up the phone. See this thing? I hardly ever leave. I never go home, or I never leave with it. I have to have it because of today. This screen is what has put us here. We don't look anybody in the eye anymore. We don't talk face to face anymore. I'll send you a text. Nobody writes letters anymore. This is where the fear comes from, right here. There's something else. Division. Fear and division. You're a liberal, you're conservative, you're NDP, whatever you are. Oh, don't want to be with them, don't want to be with them, don't want to. Division of everything. You want to wear a mask? No. I don't like you. Hey, back away, you're bad guys, right? The division in this country put a certain person in power, and you sense it. Division politics. I'm not bad. I'm about to say a thing. No? Should I say it? No. I was told if I did it, if she has a bag of lime and a shovel in her car, I will disappear. Don't worry about it. I won't say a thing. But anyways, fear and division. And what does that come to? What does that up to? Hate.
Yes.
Fear, division equals hate. Canadians don't hate each other. We may disagree with each other, but we don't hate each other. Canadians are loving people. Look at this love here. So we got to get rid of the fear. We have to get rid of the division. Oh God, please take away the hate. If someone comes up to you and they're in your face, just smile. And say, man, look, I love you. Please, it's all good. Because if you give love, hate's gonna fail. Every single time. And you see what happened on that hill back in February? It was pure love. And then the hate came.
Yeah.
Guess what? The hate didn't win because we're all awake. And by the way, if you see some guy driving around with a bicycle, with a helmet and a mask with his big camera, I think he might be, the other hate side. So be nice. Like you are. All Canadians are nice, right? Yes! Actually, they're beautiful and they're nice. But guess what? There's a lot of white people out here. I mean, like, nobody got to go south this year. I know. I prefer to go to Mexico in April. But anyway. Alex, are you around? Come on up, buddy.
Love you.
And I didn't say a thing.
Nice speech.
Wow, this is overwhelming standing from this position. Absolutely incredible. I'm going to say a thing. God. I love every single one of you. I love those on the other side. Some of you are going to think I'm crazy, but I love them. They just don't know it. So many people in this country are hurting right now. Everyone's at various stages of awareness, of fear, of pain, of anger. And it's those primal emotions that are being fed to us. And those are the ones that need to go away. And as Neil said, he said it perfectly, love is the only way. I've said this before, hate is not sustainable. Love is. It's the only thing that comes naturally. You have to try to hate, and you have to foster it for it to continue to exist. And that is not sustainable. It's actually detrimental to your physical health, your mental health, and your spiritual well-being.
Woo.
Notice how the national anthem still has God in it. Woo! That hasn't been changed yet, and it's not going to. Love. This memorial here symbolizes the sacrifices that men and women served, dying in combat, not coming home. When they were fighting, their hope and desire, and everyone in their platoons and troops and regiments, was to come home so they could love again. And now they can't. So we love for them. Those of us that receive the sacrifice medal, we get to wear it, but we're still alive. Huh? The guys who don't get one, who didn't come home, they get something entirely different. They get this. When they put up that fence, they literally encaged the national symbol of freedom. It was, I had no words, you know. So we, I'm gonna use a beautiful Latin saying, "Facta non verba," deeds not words. So we got after it, and it came down. The day it came down, some friends saw me on a live stream, I guess, you know, the Friday prior, who I haven't seen since childhood. I turn around, there he is, you know. Nothing happens if you don't show up. It just won't happen. And if you show up, it just, every single one of us here is tethered together in some way, in some fashion. Whatever that is, God, spiritualism, the universe, and God in whatever form manifests. You know, I myself have recently become very Christian again. Woo! And the reason why I say, you know, I love these guys over here too, is I say, well, what would Jesus do? And it's, I will love you. I will forgive the person next to me. I will forgive the person that transgressed upon me. Transgressed upon every single one of you. We're angry, we're frustrated, but we are resilient. Have any of you heard the term, our resolve is infinite? You're going to be hearing it more, because it is. I'll tell you a little story as well, my personal experience. I was medically released on the 15th of March 2020, right at the beginning of all this craziness. Prior to that, I was in Costa Rica with some veterans doing humanitarian work in a town called La Caprio. And we had a neuropsychologist with us, social worker. We were doing yoga, Wim Hof, awesome stuff, helping people. We built a bathroom in a community. And then I came home, and then all of a sudden, everyone and everything was going crazy. When you get medically released, I was approved for vocational rehabilitation. 18 months prior to that date, I was working very hard to get back to the person that I was before. I was broken from the war. It hurt me. It hurt my family. So I struggled very hard, but I was working, stressing incredibly hard to get back to a place where I wanted to contribute to society in a net positive way again. So I was getting ready to go back to school. I was going to actually go to take a course in psychology. And the driving force wasn't my interest in psychology and academics. As a matter of fact, I was even eager to debate the woke progressives that would be at these schools. I was like, okay, I'll do this, man. I'm not just a pretty face. So, but the main drive was I wanted to get back into society. I wanted to interact with people. I wanted to see their faces. I wanted to talk to them. I wanted to learn. And then, of course, they were not taking in person anymore. It was all through the screen. I said, no, that's not the way. I'm not doing it. Then the masks showed up. Well, you must cover your face. Well, how am I going to communicate with you and learn with a mask? And then, of course, you have to have a vaccination. So I was denied my education. And so I asked Veterans Affairs, I said, well, because the vocational rehabilitation period, some of you may or may not know, it lasts for 2 years. It did not pause. So 15th of March 2020, my opportunity to go back to school, that everyone in the country pays for, so that I can become a contributing member of society again, was taken from me. This is a small anecdotal story that people don't know. And every single one of you probably has dozens of them. And that's why speech is important. We need to be able to speak, to communicate these ideas, these problems, these pains, and these tribulations that we have all been going through collectively and individually. So use your voice now. Speak up. As a matter of fact, I also want to give a shout out, since we're here, and I'm going to speak about Afghanistan specifically. We have Afghan interpreters that are in trouble right now in Afghanistan. Okay, some of you may or may not know, they were on the Hill protesting. I encourage you to look it up. They're having some issues with IRCC. I don't want to turn this into a political thing or a policy thing, but we have brothers that I served with, that some of these guys did 6-7 years working as interpreters, fighting alongside us. They need our help. So I encourage you to look that up and stand with them as well. I'll give a special shout out to Ajmal Sadaf, who was my interpreter in Afghanistan in 2010. But he did interpretation, language assistant work from 2007 to 2012. And when I ripped out, so RIP is a relief in place, I was leaving 2 days prior to the Chinook coming to get me. He came to me and said, sir, can you sign this paperwork? And I said, what is it? And he's like, it's my paperwork to come to Canada. There's a program. And I said, absolutely, I'll sign it. And lo and behold, Chopper came. And in my heart, I hoped to see him one day, but you know, we all know what it was like over there. Those who were there. 2 years later, I get a phone call. It's him. He's here in Ottawa. 2012. Says, sir. I'm like, I'm not a sir. He's like, oh, whatever. I'm here now, and I'm going to be a Canadian citizen. That was amazing to me. I went to meet him at his apartment. And of course, I'm wearing green CAD pat, you know, and I knock at the door. He's like, sir, you're wearing green. I said, it's not sir, but yes, I am wearing green. Where's your rifle? I'm like, no, we don't have those here. And then we had dinner and we talked. And he's led to lead a successful life. He has 3 children. And he's here fighting for his family who was promised to get out. And there are 2,000 of them in the same position. So that's what I was talking about. We're all tethered. We're all tethered, whether you know it or not. And whatever it is that is keeping that tethered, keeping us together, don't cut it, don't let it go. Love you all.
Thank you. Okay, we do have another speaker. But we have to take this opportunity and we are getting each other locked in on our socials. This is the network where we'll all be going back to our little corners of the country. And so we need to make sure that we stay in touch and we stay tight. Yeah, you know, we got that? Yeah, that was what I did. I got this guy's phone number and then he went and said a thing and created a whole bunch of issues. But we do love him. And we do love Neil. Thank you, Neil. We love you very much. Okay. Oh, we got him first. We got. He might say another thing. But when we were on the Hill last night, and there were a few people speaking to the desperation that they were feeling, and much of this MSM doesn't understand the desperation people are feeling. We got this incredible sensation when the truckers showed up in Ottawa that we were not alone. Right? They lied to us. They made us think that we were the only ones. And yeah, sure, we might be the minority, but we are not alone. You are not alone. And we don't want you to let go. We keep continuing with the freedom movement because we don't want you to let go. Don't let go of your faith. Faith over fear. Exchange numbers with people because we're gonna keep each other afloat during this time. Neil wants to say some more things. So that's it.
I'm just gonna keep her on her toes. All right. Very special gentleman I'd like to come up here. Jeff, I'd like you to say a few words. See, that's all I wanted to say. That's all I wanted to say. I might say a thing at the end of it. Jeff.
Hey everybody, this is really great to see so many people coming out like this. I really appreciate coming out. I just want to say that for myself. I know when the vaccine pass came into effect, I just moved into my retirement house. I just got in the fall last year, and I got cut out of the gym and the Legion and all that stuff when I came in. So I started wearing my hat and kind of went out as a one-man army. And when I saw the truckers coming together in Ottawa, I knew exactly where I had to be, and it was the best thing that I think I've ever seen on Canadian soil. And you know, folks are talking about how we as the veterans, you know, we're really well positioned to provide a little bit of leadership in these circumstances. And you know, we're not here to talk politics today, but I would like to talk about principles a little bit. You know, this is we are the people of the Enlightenment here. Okay, we're the only ones. We're the only ones who believe that the truth is something that's accessible to everyone and belongs to no one. We are the people of reason. We are the ones who say that it's not a matter of who you are, it's a matter of what the reasons for your beliefs are. And what you believe is not as important as why you believe it. And this all really started a really long time ago with a veteran. He was a war veteran of Athens. His name was Socrates. He was retired. He was about at age 70, poor man with children. And the Oracle of Athens said that he was the wisest man in Athens. And when he heard that, he said, but the only thing that I know is that I know nothing. So he went out into the market where he would have found all the experts around that time who were purporting to have special knowledge. And so he started asking them, well, how do you know? And with that one question, we got basically the only revolution in philosophy that gave us this point. And it's just with that one question, asked again and again over the years by courageous people who are willing to stand up to those in power. It's been a long, bloody slog for anybody who's ever taken a look, even a cursory look at history. The Enlightenment's gone in fits and starts. People have been burned alive for the things that they believed not that long ago. And it seems to me that we've kind of lost sight of that. When I was in elementary school, we understood that these freedoms and these rights that we all enjoy, that they are the legacy of the fallen. And that we all have a sacred civic duty to safeguard our inheritance for future generations.
That is getting harder.
And I think that's kind of what all got us into the service to begin with. I've been thinking a lot about my experience in the military and reflecting on it. And when I was a young guy, I think I just wanted to be a part of this and contribute to this great project that we're all engaged in here. So nowadays, I don't really have much compunction about saying that, yeah, I felt a sense of duty. I think that's what all brought us over here. So we all have that duty to safeguard these freedoms. because it's about the future generations. And Generation Z coming up now, they're supposed to own nothing and be happy. Yeah, so not on my watch is right. And so I would say that greatness is that which is conducive to a brighter future for generations to come. And that's kind of what we need to bring back into our Canadian culture right now. We need to bring back that sense of greatness and start reaching for new heights again. And it seems to be the case that we have to keep going through these struggles. This just keeps happening again and again, crisis after crisis, and we see a lot of the same signs, harbingers of the previous crises and this crisis. I hear a lot of people talking about ancient prophecies like Revelations and so on and so forth. You know, Orwell, people say was prophetic. I don't think so. I think he was probably observant. And he had a very keen eye for fascism because of his military experience fighting fascists in Spain. And so what he did is he didn't put together a prophecy. He was very keenly observant of the kinds of social trends that he could see in the Soviet Union at that time. And so with people talking about that kind of thing, I think just to put it in perspective, I don't think any of these people, even when it comes to stories like Revelations, they were necessarily prophetic. I think they were probably observant about things that were happening at that time. You know, this has kind of been my bag since I started this thing, but I've been reading up on a theory that predicted this particular crisis and explains why it seems to go in these cycles, and we seem to keep repeating these things. It's called Strauss-Howe generation theory. It basically says that we keep going through these crises every 4 generations. It's a 4-generational cycle, and it's because there are only 4 generational archetypes: prophet, nomad, hero archetype. What happens is when the prophet generation reaches peak institutional power, as we all do in our early elderhood prior to retirement, at the tops of our careers, once they get up there, they tyrannize us and kind of double down on their enemies, drive us to war. That's what led us into the Second World War. We're in a crisis era. It starts with a minor cataclysm. Ours was the 2008 collapse. The previous one was the 29 collapse. And then everything just kind of spins out from there into chaos. And so yeah, every time we get this generational constellation in play, a prophet, nomad, hero archetype, as we do right now, that's Boomer generation, Gen X, and Millennial, and then Gen Z. So the prophet generation is currently at peak institutional power, is the Boomer generation. And that explains very well, I think, why we see the same problems all across the West. It's a cultural issue. I'm not saying anybody's bad people or that they're evil or anything like that. But just in my experience working with senior leadership, there doesn't seem to be any feeling that they should need to give reasons for their decisions. And so, yeah, there tends to be a lot of doubling down, and they get a little bit put out if anybody stands up to them or asks that wonderful question of how do you know that? I think the answer here, according to this theory, Strauss-Howe generational theory, is compassionate revolution. And it's... And it's already happening. It's a cultural shift, like I said, and basically what we see happening is a lot of powerful Gen Xers are starting to stand up and say that they had enough. So the most salient example right now would be Elon Musk and his purchase of Twitter. So if you want to be able, I'll give you a little bit of a lens here to try to identify who the leaders in the revolution are and who the establishment is, right? So are you on the side of Elon Musk or Bill Gates? Well, you know what? If we have to have a richest man, which one should it be? You gotta pick one, Jake. Oh, you're not playing fair, man. What about
that's the division we don't.
Sorry, I lost my guy. Ron DeSantis. Florida governor, okay? Ron DeSantis to Joe Biden. right? Tulsi Gabbard or Hillary Clinton. Right? So that's the difference. And this isn't me talking, I didn't make this up. These are some eggheads. They're economists and whatnot. They've done a tremendous amount of work pulling this whole thing together and explaining all the different cycles and stuff like that. So the thing is that now they have a reputation in their elderhood for being pragmatic, or for being... Am I getting the hook again? All right.
We love Jeff for what?
That's right, guys. I rant. That's what I do. So thanks for listening to my rants. And like I said, if we want to move this thing forward, they're not saying we're coming out of this in 2026 until 2030. So that's why I say these things. I get up here and I try to say what's going on, try to speed this thing up a little bit. Get behind some strong Gen Xer leaders, and let's get the compassionate revolution moving forward.
Wow. Oh, I got one more thing to say. Haha, real good one. By the way, all the lefties that bought the Tesla, they gave Elon Musk the money to buy Twitter. All right, Daryl, where you at?
Check me.
Yeah. There you go, Daryl. Man, he's been everywhere. Nice rack, buddy. That's a nice thing to say in the military, okay?
Good morning. My name is Warrant Officer Retired Daryl Smith. I am a steering member committee member of the Veterans for Freedom. During the Freedom Convoy, we all had the opportunity to be here and witness a lot of charity and just beautiful humanity. And out of that, we as veterans, 5 of us, listening to Canadians tell us that for 2 years they didn't have hope, that they felt lost in their homes as they've been locked away, that they couldn't hug their relatives, that their family members were committing suicide, that their children had to go to school in masks and then not school at all, and then school and not school at all, learning from a computer, instilling fear into these little children. What do you think that's going to do to their future? How dare they? So we listened, and we got together, and we're going to unite. We currently have been around for only 4 weeks, and we are pushing 500 member applications of former service members. Now, the mainstream media likes to paint everybody with a broad brush, calling misogynist, racist, and all the other buzzwords that I don't have to go through. We know them. But that's not what we are and who we stand for. So, right here in the public eye, I am going to read to you our code of conduct that each of our members will follow, or we will voluntarily separate ourselves from that relationship. Excuse me a moment here. Apologies. As a member, you commit to conducting yourself with the utmost professionalism in accordance with the following principles. 1, uphold the fundamental rights of Canadians that are governed by the Constitution, the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms, and the Canadian Bill of Rights. 2, activating yourself
civil responsibility to the full extent possible within the bounds of law, and embodying a superior example of peaceful non-compliance. 3, standing against globalism, medical segregation, and a new world order that will subvert the rights and freedoms outlined in the above items. 4, conducting yourself with honor, integrity, discipline, and treating each member of the public with care and respect at all times. 5, refraining from the use of violence in any form towards any member of Canadian society, to include civilians, law enforcement, and or members of the public service at all levels of government. 6, making all possible attempts to de-escalate potential altercations between members of the public and law enforcement. 7, maintaining total sobriety at all times when present at rallies, and especially while wearing V4F insignia. 8, reporting all donations collected to be properly accounted for. 9, all invitations to speak on behalf of Veterans for Freedom are not permitted under any circumstance. If the media seems to have a narrative against any one of those 9 directives, it will be a Veterans for Freedom board member that is speaking on behalf. Okay? So if anything is portrayed in the media to be outside those lines, whether it be violence or someone's flying a flag that shouldn't be flown, it's not of us for us. And I need you to know that, and we're getting that out to the world now to get ahead of the mainstream narrative. I'm going to give you a little bit of history of what I did for the military. I did 21 years. I served in Bosnia. I did 3 combat tours in Iraq. And my final tour was a combat tour in 3 tours in Afghanistan, and my final one was a tour in Iraq in 2015. I started my career with the 3rd Battalion Rotating Regiment out of Ottawa, and then when CSOR, Canadian Special Operations Regiment, stood up, I was there on day 1, and I spent 12 years doing that. It was Iraq that ended my career. I had planned to be in until 65. In fact, after that tour, I was hoping to remuster over to Chinook pilot. But the Lord had other ideas in mind. When I never actually got to go back to work when I came home from that tour. Not one day. I sustained some injuries, both physically and mentally, and my life spiraled downward. In doing so, I was prescribed a whole hockey sock full of medication, and I saw all the best specialists, and they did try to take care of me, and they did, and it kept me alive. However, at that bottom point, when hope was all lost, I decided I was going to take my life. I was driving on Highway 17, approaching the Ottawa River, and I closed my eyes, doing 100 kilometers an hour, and I left the side of the highway, and as my tires hit the gravel to go into the river in December, my service dog put his paw on me. And the only thought I could have is that I couldn't do this to him. I was at a very, very low point. Just destroyed. I associated my entire being as a member of the Canadian Armed Forces as who I was, is what I loved, and it's what I was. And when it's taken from you, and veterans know, you have a sense of loss. Your sense of purpose is gone. You don't know who you are anymore.
And when you're fighting all the demons that come to you in the night, and you don't know where to turn, I'm going to make an admission to you. When this was all happening, I was an atheist. I did 41 years of my life getting through, not knowing the Lord. So at my lowest, I began looking for the answers to why I had to go and do what I did in all these different countries. And in doing so, I discovered who the real enemy of this world is, right? The elites, the ones who are controlling what we hear, what we see, what we read, our education system, our monetary system. Who did they call God? Who do they call God? It's not the Lord Jesus. And when you discover this for yourself, that the information is out there, you might want to get on the good side of it. I was on 9 different types of medications for my head, for my heart, for blood pressure, for sleep, for anxiety, for depression. The night I got on my knees and I accepted the Lord into my heart, I was addicted to pornography my entire life. When I got on my knees and I asked Him for a new heart, and I swore an oath to Him that I'd be a warrior for Him. When I woke up that next day, and I tried to come off those meds 3 or 4 times, and each time I was near suicidal, and the withdrawal alone from the depression medications was giving me brain shocks and zaps, like getting hit by lightning. And it was brutal and painful. And that next morning when I woke up after accepting the Lord, I went cold turkey on every one of those medications. I never watched porn again. He took my heart of stone and gave me a heart of flesh. And it's been nothing but miracles ever since. I'd like to give a personal message to the Prime Minister of Canada. And it's a message of love. Justin, the devil has your heart, but it's not too late. The people spoke and you are in power, but you're not doing it right. I pray that the Lord Jesus Christ comes into your heart and changes it from a heart of stone to a heart of flesh, and that you can redirect our country back to its former glory. I'm not going to go on because I know time is short. I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here. I love you all, and God bless.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have to keep moving along because we're getting the bikes coming in. Ladies and gentlemen, the bikes are waiting. They're sitting there. They're ready to go. So what we need to do now is we're going to bring up the Padre. And then when I have Chris come up and take his position. Chris. Come on. Run. And ladies and gentlemen, with all due respect, please remove yourselves from the top part of that monument. Please, step off the monument, please. All the way off the monument. Please, down the 3 stairs. Everybody, please, with much respect Hey, can you please take that red buggy off the back? Don't crowd in, folks. Let him do it. Padre, you around? Hi, Padre. How are you? Okay. Okay, you talk. Yeah, all right.
Thanks for.
Sorry. Just want to make sure.
All right. Well.
Anyway, thanks for inviting me. The best privilege for a padre, even retired, is being able to pray for people. It was a lonely couple of years, wondering if you're the only crazy one for questioning all the mandates and the irrational and abusive leadership. And then the truckers showed up, and then the veterans, and I want to thank God for all of you, so I could be there with you. And though the CDS called us disgusting for not desecrating, but decorating with patriotism and honor to our fallen comrades, occupying space in our city of Ottawa, it's the most proud I've ever been in a long time, standing there courageous with all you people singing the national anthem, wearing my poppy for the first time in the legal and successful freedom convoys. Why do I say successful? The provincial mandates wouldn't have been lifted if it wasn't for these truckers. And though we still pray, though, for the lifting of the irrational, segregationist, discriminatory, unscientific, and abusive federal mandates. Now, in the Christian calendar, during the second week of the holy season of Easter, we mark the martyrdom that God so loved the world that he gave his life for the salvation. And so in AD 68, those who deemed that he had unacceptable views, they placed a rope around his neck and they dragged him through the streets until he was dead. Now, even if you're not religious, I'm sure that you can admire his courage of standing up for his beliefs and the truth in light of oppression, false narratives, and even government propaganda and muzzling of free speech that he encountered in his day. When people don't stand up for the truth, we end up having to repent of our global guilt for, say, the crime of the Holocaust, as we remembered that this week. There are disturbing parallels with the 1930s Germany treatment of the Jews through 400 mandates prior to the exterminations, and the Canadian government's treatment of those who questioned their mandates over the last 2 years, especially the unvaxxed. So today I would like to include the remembrance of those who died in genocide, and also the most vulnerable in our society, children, the aged, the challenged, that we may learn our lessons from being compliant observers when the innocent and voiceless are being bullied and targeted by abusive powers and authorities. God has given us all a conscience, and we all know deep down right from wrong, and that's what's brought you here today. Your God-given conscience compelled you, that you believed it was the right thing to do to come here, and nobody has the right to oppress your conscience when it is grounded in reason, and I believe in God's word, as our charter still and constitution then still accept the supremacy of God and the rule of law. So I believe it was nothing less than an act of God and his hedge of holy angels that there was not one episode of violence from the millions of peaceful protesters 2 months ago. Yet the same cannot be said in regards to the counter-protesters and even in the police in Ottawa and Calgary at the last phase of the protests. Now, most of the police are good-hearted people. They are gifts of God here to protect the peace. And many feel they had no choice but to comply with their police chiefs, even when they believe that they're behaving in evil ways. Yet for those who participated in the brutalities against peaceful civilians and even enjoyed it, along with politicians who supported it, well, may God have mercy on you. Near the Holocaust Memorial sits the Victims of Communism Memorial, and I wonder why that's still a controversial memorial. My parents proudly contributed to it. They escaped from communism in East Germany in the 1950s after suffering the tyranny of Nazism just before. The convoys that changed the world, and groups like this here, will be remembered in history books one day as heroic landmarks in Canadian history of honor, of patriotism, unless, of course, tyrannical governments that seek to censor, control speech and movement, overreach into our lives and families and religious spaces and consciences, defeat us, such as global movements like the World Economic Forum, communism, and fascism, which still remain threats to justice, rights, and freedom today. After all, St. Augustine said, truth is like a lion. It doesn't need to be defended. Let it loose and it will defend itself. What are the governing and media elites of Canada so afraid of? Cowards censor free speech. Cowards seek to control the dialogue. Cowards manipulate statistics, change language, muzzle opponents, create narratives that seek to serve their own selfish and greedy ends. But you know what? Most Canadians aren't cowards anymore. I feel honored to be here with this peaceful community who have taken the time to gather here in this beautiful patriotic effort. It takes a lot of courage in light of the partisan media and government narrative that continues to paint us, even sadly, as terrorists. Yet any eyewitnesses of the convoy, and any sensible and critical thinking-minded Canadian knows that when they were there, in spite of the suffering and persecutions, it was the right thing to do. So, I would like to begin by just praying Psalm 34. I will bless the Lord at all times. His praise shall continually be in my mouth. My soul makes its boast in the Lord. Let the humble hear and be glad. O magnify the Lord with me, and let us exalt his name together. I sought the Lord, and he answered me and delivered me from all my fears. Those who look to him are radiant, and their faces shall never be ashamed. This poor man cried, and the Lord heard him and saved him out of all his troubles. The angel of the Lord encamps around those who fear him and delivers them. O taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the man who takes refuge in him. O fear the Lord, you his saints, for those who fear him lack no thing. The young lions suffer want and hunger, but those who seek the Lord lack no good thing. Let us pray. Au nom du Père et du Fils et du Saint-Esprit. Amen. Almighty God and merciful Creator, gracious Redeemer and Heavenly Father, always more ready to give than we are to ask. You have given us this good land of Canada as our heritage. Grant that we remember your generosity and constantly to do your will. Thank you for this gathering here and for each veteran and supporter present as they continue to manifest the values of integrity, loyalty, courage, and honesty in their own unique ways of seeking to protect freedom in this country, our charter, constitution, and shared Canadian values from those who seek to oppress, demonize, and antagonize any citizens within this great nation. We praise you for the sacrifices of all those soldiers who died for the cause of preserving freedom from dictatorial regimes and terrorists in other countries, in many bloody wars at land, air, and sea, as we remember also the Battle of the Atlantic coming up. Each one is a tiny picture of the ultimate sacrifice that you have provided by your only begotten Son, Jesus Christ, who by his innocent death on the cross and glorious resurrection from the grave established peace between us and you, and the ability to have peace with one another. We pray for healing for those who have suffered the horrors of genocide. Protect the most vulnerable in our society, regardless of age, race, or sex. Bless the leaders of our land, Elizabeth, our Queen, in the rule of law, that we may be a blessing to the other nations of the earth. Grant that we who become from many nations with many different languages may become a united people. Support us in defending our liberties and give to those whom we have entrusted the authority of government the spirit of wisdom, that there may be justice and peace in our land. Grant that we may choose trustworthy leaders in upcoming elections, contribute to wise decisions for the general welfare, and serve you faithfully in our generation. Keep our government officials and public authorities accountable for their decisions at all levels. And we ask that violent and authoritarian behavior, as so clearly displayed by our Prime Minister, be held to account for any immoral, unethical decisions and blatant crimes against Canadians. Cause him to repent of his sins so that he can receive your mercy. Heal those who have been hurt physically, mentally, and spiritually, especially those who have lost their jobs and companies, such as many courageous truckers. Send your holy angels to protect James Topp as he heroically marches to Ottawa. And help us to forgive those who misrepresent and lie about us. Heal all our wounds, so that we may not lose heart nor the battle by responding to hatred with hatred. Fill us with love in the face of persecution. Grant the leaders of Veterans for Freedom, Democracy Fund, and Action Canada the gentleness of a dove, yet also the wisdom of a serpent in all their decision-making. And bless our land with honest industry and truthful education, and keep us safe from all evil courses of actions. Turn the hearts of abusers who propagate dishonest media, such as the CBC, and bless the efforts of independent journalism, such as Rebel News and True North News and others, that seek to cultivate rational discourse based in true science, debunk unreasonable patterns of thinking, and disseminate the truth which sets us free. Bless the efforts of all freedom organizations. We thank you for all your undeserved blessings and help us never to lose hope. Lord, remember us in your kingdom and teach us to pray. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine on you and be gracious to you. The Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you all peace. Amen.
Thank you. Back. The best thing to be able to see the ceremony while they're standing there. Thank you guys so much. You're very welcome.
no, I see.
I am at.
The guy.
Hey, est-ce que je peux parler avec toi plus tard? Oui. Est-ce que faut poigner votre courriel plus tard?
Yeah.
Oui.
It's on the website too.
Oui. Okay. Merci. What website? I'm just kidding. I'm joking. Hey, miss. Yeah, your singing was really good. Everyone on my stream thought it was nice.
Thank you for walking. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Kids, you're not coming in trucks. This was great. This was honestly a
The legend.
We're gonna go try over here.
Oh, geez. Do you mind if I sneak through, sir? Can I sneak through, sir?
How's it going, brother? Oh, I'm alive. Good to see you again. Kind of sad you have to see you again with these kids. Don't panic, but we just enjoy life. She said.
Just keep going.
As far as I knew, they were supposed to come down that way. Go back, across the other way.
Where are they coming from? Right along this road here? I think from the... Right?
$100 being spent.
How much does that new gear cost?
Deed speak, hey! Deed speak!
Them reinforcing the line.
We're not allowed to walk on the sidewalk?
Hey, is Square down here? Sorry? I haven't seen her. Sorry, Gary. That's good. Stay back in case they start getting. Stay back I know my
Salut.
Let's practice that maneuver. Sheriff, that woman. Any of you in that conversation, you should be ashamed of yourselves. They don't have names. They don't have badge numbers. That's illegal. That's illegal. Yeah, I remember. That guy's got
It's like, I understand this. Okay. Defenseless grandmas. Women and children. Let's talk to women and only 2 years to brainwash you.
You gotta move off the road. Right to the sidewalk.
Why?
Right to the sidewalk.
Why?
That cord.
What's the reason why?
Locking everything down, right? Here they are going to push us back, right?
Is that to attack innocent neighbors?
Just on the sidewalk, guys.
Okay, merci. Plan your way. I'm just gonna sit. Is that okay?
On the steps, not in folks very much.
I used to like police. Did you? Yeah, like I was bringing my kids to respect them. Not anymore.
That's too bad.
Yeah, I know. Yes, exactly. Exactly. I'm telling you to avoid you guys. Lie to you. Sorry for your children too, because this is society bringing. You are creating it, not me.
You know, I saw that class in communist country.
Yes, we came there, guys like you. I am just doing my job. I've seen them.
Watch those people. Right down. Thanks, folks. Please stay on the sidewalk. Ma'am, you mind? Thank you.
Oh shit, they're coming back.
Are they coming back?
Yeah, they're coming back.
Let's go!
Is Ottawa live?
Minority.
Why do they watch?
The bikes or what? Oh, it's awesome. Where's Terry?
Hey, Mixer. How are you, girl? Picture of the crowd. Janet, can you do another one of
Sorry.
Yes. Say freedom! Freedom!
Okay, the second one, I don't know. I just went up higher so you can get the people in the back.
Hey, how's it going? Get ready to film. Let's go. I got that
They're coming.
is going to be coming.
I'm just gonna let them all go all at once.
Six groups.
There's gonna be like 500 more groups. We're at 75 this time. There's over 2,000 bikes. We're gonna be here all day.
Turn it on, man. Yo. You see that sun, man? That's some energy right there.
man. I can never get my hair just for this, bro. What are you talking about? It's beautiful. Yeah, my hair just like, this is just
Freedom, brother.
I don't even want to look at you if you can't take another
I picked up a lady once, and a lady hurt herself like on DM saying, "You hurt me." She was nice about it, but I'm never gonna pick it.
He let him move his lines there. Anyway, give me a shout so that you can go through that, because I might. Okay, man.
Like raps like
your part on that street over.
Okay.
You guys in the same hotel?
No, we're at.
so energetic. I never saw him dancing. He was dancing for 3 weeks.
How you doing, man? Good.
How you doing? World, peace. Peace.
You have my number? I have your number. It's all, I wrote it down. It's all my list. I have it down.
It's not changing a little bit. No, I got live in the shed. I lightened up my moving. And it's like, Mike's sitting at home in a park.
She put her tail between her legs.
I had a big boy too.
Love your horse.
Like,
All right.
She's getting.
uh-oh, cops are moving. I don't know. This is why I didn't want to do moving. They're coming down the sidewalk.
We're all going for traffic.
What?
motory nie przyjadą, bo już spychają.
On the road, on the sidewalk. You don't want to move.
Ściskają.
On the road, on the sidewalk. On the road, on the sidewalk. Step clear.
It's our studio. Call us up and yes. Call us up and let's have a conversation. Like sandstorm like that.
So once you
I know. Be careful. You don't want to get hit by car. You gotta get on the sidewalk. Yep. On the sidewalk. Rolling up the road.
They're all quiet now because they like to shoot that.
Hey, bud. Just leave it on the sidewalk. That's all. This is the hotel entrance.
Oh my God! I get
Oh, fuck. You beat me. Damn.
Arrest Trudeau! Arrest Trudeau! Arrest
That's fine,
Oh, there's Rebel News. Rebel News, the best news.
Thank you, sir.
Us again.
Hey, met de freedom there.
I don't like it.
It'll never be realized.
That's okay, I'll find him. He's free. He's free. Let him be free.
They're so happy.
Hey guys.
Oh, come on, bro. Hello, you want flag?
No, I'm good, thank you.
I can do that.
Doing exactly what she loves. She loves behind
So just for the new people or the people showing back up, we have one more speech from me. It's going to be in about 5 minutes. We'll get started, and I will make it worth your while, I promise. Okay, we just have one more speech. I know I keep repeating myself, but there's new people coming in. So we're going to do it in a few minutes here. And like I said before, we're going to do it in a couple.
Brought me home. Natasha slept in, so the boys left her. And you sometimes don't want her.
Did you guys get to see the bikes? That was so cool, eh? That was awesome. Did you get to see the bikes?
What about you?
Hi. Hi, how are you with them or?
No, I'm not.
Okay, never mind.
Got up early to come in, like got on the train, nothing about anything on the train. And then it's changed it. Kicks everybody.
I just got back here because of my
Oh, it was before. Okay, I'm gonna try and run into him.
If you
Can everyone hear me outside? Good? Okay, good. So, before I start, I would just like to thank our Indigenous brothers and sisters who came here and did a smudging ceremony for us at our sacred ground. So, round of applause for them. Okay, my name is we have a big crowd here, so make sure we're correct. So I'm a naval officer. I practiced in the armed forces about 7 months ago, and I am a thank you. So I'm one of the members. And just a quick point, I know everyone's asking about our merchandise. We didn't think we were going to sell as much as we did at our fundraiser, so it's coming. We'll put out an announcement maybe in about 2 or 3 weeks. We're going to get our store up and running, and then you can get on there and purchase the mugs, the t-shirts, and everything else. So that is coming.
We need flag.
Okay, so what happened here in February on our sacred ground was a disgrace, okay? Our veterans were here to support their truckers in their right to peaceful protest, okay? The veterans here felt the jackboots of the police, who boasted and bragged about that in their internal chats, okay? Exactly. With that being said, I probably had about 50 interactions with the rank and file police while I was in Ottawa, okay? 99% of those interactions were positive. They thanked me for my service, they asked about my career, and so we do not want to demonize all of the police across the country for the actions of a few, okay? So please keep that in mind. And so what happened here in February, what the federal government doesn't know is that they poked the bear, okay? They poked the bear. The veterans are standing too. We will step up and we will defend the rights and freedoms of Canadian citizens as we did in our past life, okay? And like my brother Daryl said earlier, we are at over 500 applications. By the summer, we will be into the thousands, okay? We will have thousands of veterans. And so one major announcement that was made at our fundraiser on Thursday is with the Army, they have honorary colonels who are part of their regiments or whatever. Sorry, I'm a Navy guy, I don't know all the details. But with us in the Navy, we have honorary captain navies, okay? And so a big announcement for us on Thursday was the honorary colonel of Veterans for Freedom is Brian Peckford. That is a huge announcement for us in our organization. So now, the government-funded media, or GFM, I like to call them, okay? They're going to smear us. They have already started. They email us, they ask us for interviews. In the emails, they thank us for our service, and then they turn around and write hit pieces on us. If they want to attack veterans and veteran organizations who have defended their rights and freedoms, they have the right to do so. They are just going to have to live with themselves, okay? And I got a lot of questions because I've been putting in about 16, 17 hours a day with my fellow steering committee members. And they ask me, they say, hey Drew, why is your mind so sharp? Okay? And the reason being, there's three things. One, I don't drink alcohol. I stopped about 2.5 years ago. Okay? That lifted a mental fog that I had for over 20 years. The two other things that I've done that do not affect me in whatsoever and keeps my mind sharp, and I like to call it the unbeatable mind, is I do not watch government-funded media. And I do not have any social media, okay? I believe that those two things are a poison to our minds, okay? So keep that in mind. Now, with that being said, Veterans for Freedom, we will not lower ourselves to their level. We will take the high road. We believe in inclusive patriotism. We will work hard to unite Canadians, not divide them. We will work hard to set a positive example for the future generations of Canadians. And so the hate and vitriol has already started with us. We received endless emails calling us traitors, racists, white supremacists, anti-vaxxers, the usual playbook. However, with my brothers and sisters in arms, what they don't know, or what our people know, but what the haters don't know, is that we have over probably more vaccinations than 99% of the world's population. We are not anti-vaxxer, we are pro-choice, that is it. And so the people who email us spewing their hate, I actually feel bad for them. They've succumbed to the hate, the segregation, and division that has been sown by our government-funded media and all levels of government. Every soldier knows that we are fighting for the rights of people to express themselves. Soldiers don't fight for the hateful words that come from someone's mouth. They fight for everyone to have the right to speak freely. What these people don't know is that they can insult us all they like, okay? But the brother and sisterhoods that have been forged through our military service, through combat, is unbreakable. Our resolve is infinite. We will be the beacon of light for you in these dark times. And so I just want to talk about something else that is near and dear to my heart. Right now, we have over 900 of our brothers and sisters in arms who are being kicked out of the Canadian Armed Forces due to their vaccine status. And so with those people being kicked out, that is over $800 million worth of your tax dollars being flushed down the drain. 17 pilots at $30 million apiece. 2 of those pilots are 427 Squadron pilots. They're our special forces, the best of the best. Some of them are only a handful of years away from their pensions. 21 years they've served our country. They are now being kicked out. They do not get their pension, and they do not get their medical benefits for them and their family for the rest of their lives. And so what I ask is if you can call your MPs, and I know everyone talks about the letters and that sort of thing, we need to put pressure on them to say, hey, why are you doing this to our serving brothers and sisters of Canada? So if you can, reach out to them and let them know that you as a Canadian citizen are not okay with that.
We are not!
And so I wanted to give a shout out to a fellow sailor who got the boot a couple weeks ago, okay? He was in 16 years. He is 9 years away from his pension. And his name is Evan McFatridge. And so Evan came down and made his way down here to come to our fundraiser and support us. So we have Evan over here. I just wanted to step up to the stage here. Come here. So he got kicked out. His wife has to go get a job, and he has to take care of the kids, and he was the sole money maker of the family, and it's thrown his, well, I can't speak that, it's thrown his life into upside down, but he's because of that, he's had to change his whole life, okay? So Evan is one of our brothers who's got kicked out over this vaccine.
Unacceptable! Unacceptable!
And, well, he's one of our brothers. He is my brother, but I definitely mentioned the brothers and sisters already. We know that. So, with the veterans here, and people who want to come speak to me, even the counter-protesters, okay? We are going to kill them with kindness. I will stay here. I will stay here until every single person who wants to speak to me, whenever that lineup's done, I will stay right to midnight, and I will talk about the movement. I will talk about Veterans for Freedom, and that is how we are going to win. We are going to win through communication and honest discussion with these people, okay? Personally, I'm tired of the F. Trudeau stuff, okay? In the military, we have something called the Globe and Mail test, okay? When we do stuff, we say things, we say, okay, what's the Globe and Mail going to write about us, okay? So the F. Trudeau stuff is not something we support, okay? So you can do what you want to do, but you remember, you're setting the example for the future generations of future generations of Canadians, and that, in my opinion, is not the way to do it. We do need your help, okay? We have a stand over here at table. We have a donation box there. A lot of us, like myself, we're on half pensions. We don't make a lot of money. We put as much money as we can into this organization. But if you can help us, we will be your conduit, okay? You guys have jobs and full-time jobs, etc., and families to take care of. We will be your conduit, and if you help pass that on to us, we will fight for you, okay? So just something to keep in mind. If you can help us out, it would be much appreciated. We're going to continue the fight. All right, and I just want to give a shout out to Neil. Okay, Neil said something, and he got the ball rolling on this. So I just want to get a round of applause for Neil, and then we'll conclude and we'll be all finished here. Okay, so I'll be over at the Vets for Freedom table. If anyone wants to come and talk to me, I'll be here until, like I said, that line is all done. Thank you very much.
Group? Really? You guys are absolutely wonderful. What a great day! Now, something that just happened a few minutes ago. You saw the police come all the way around here. The lights on, all the way around. We didn't ask them to do that. They came and saluted this monument today. We did not ask them to do this. Although I did say to the LO, I said at some point in time, your office is going to have to salute that monument. And I think that stuck with it. So that is a very big part of our healing to start. Ladies and gentlemen, the police officers on the left are bringing up the Harleys. Give them a salute, please. Thank you. Thank you. I know right now there's a little bit of hey, I gotta go. I love you all.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we encourage you now to go put money in your meters so that you don't get a huge parking ticket. And we encourage you to go have a pee and grab a sandwich. And then we encourage you to come meet us on the hill where we have music and Mr. Freedom and all sorts of speakers. And the day will continue. We are not letting go and we're not backing down. See you on the hill. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, on the count of three, everybody scream freedom at the top of your lungs. The top of your lungs, everybody here. Who's ready? Who's ready? Okay, let's go. 3, 2, 1. Louder, 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 louder. 3, 2, 1. Freedom!
All right, guys, see you on the hill. Go get a sandwich.
Thank you for what you did. Thank you for organizing. Look at this, look at this. This is great. fact that the police drove around and saluted.
Yeah, come meet Chris. I'll talk to you on Facebook.
It needs to be said over and over and over. Hi, darling. Everybody has to say something. So guess what? That drive around. Will anyone say to you, merci? Here somewhere. There it is.
You too, come on.
You guys come all the way here? Yeah. Oh, cool, yeah. How long of a drive?
About 5 hours. That's all right.
Yeah, the podcast, whatnot. Yeah. See you guys.
And have a good evening. Thanks for everything.
I'll always stand with you.
Hey, I wanted to talk to him.
Yeah, he's
what's his name?
That's right. That's right. That's right. Together we stand. All right, guys.
Absolutely.
Sorry.
Yes, sir. What's up?
Can I bring? There were two things you talked about. I guess I've kind of been going through. One, no one does that. No, that's you'd rather live your addiction than heroin. Anyways, I'm streaming. So, anyways, I'm doing.